This thumbnail has so many people on it that I'm intrigued. Okay, why is there so many? Whoever is the scam victim must be a mutated rhino. Very horny.
This is great banter.
I'm intrigued. Are you? All of me is. Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of Scamfish
Hello.
presented by socialcatfish.com. On today's episode, we will speak to multiple victims who just can't seem to let their romance scammers go.
Who is that in the top left corner? No, what am I gonna watch?
Hold on to your butts.
I wasn't ready for this. I clicked, I saw 1, 2, 3 women on the thumbnail. I saw 2 guys thinking this is some elaborate orgy scam. And now there's Jodi. Oh.
Denez, Donald, and Jodi have all been involved in multiple romance scams online. After starting our YouTube channel, we opened up an email dedicated to helping victims all over the world.
Okay.
We work hard to provide closure and answers for as many
hard.
victims as we possibly can, but some just can't find a way to completely get away from their scammer. Watch till the end. We will break all 3 of these victims' stories down and hopefully help you understand why they're still talking to their scammers.
I hope Jodi's
There will
first.
be a lot of references to old videos. So if you're a longtime viewer, this video's for you. If you've just joined us, I'll link all the videos in the bio, and there'll also be a YouTube card that you can click as you're watching the video.
Hold on a second here. Because I've not seen the Daniel video, I don't think. And I've not seen the Donald video, I don't think. So should I do them first? I'm very confused here.
A few moments later.
Right, hello, I am back. I thought to myself, it probably is best to go watch the originals first. However, the Daniel video is not in this. Like, Daniel is someone completely different. And then I clicked on the Donald video, and it tells me it's been removed for bullying and stuff. So, unless someone has the links to those videos, I'm just gonna have to watch this. Do you know what I mean?
As you're watching the video. First up is Denez from Florida.
Denez.
He has a long list of scammers he's dealt with in the past and needs help with his current online relationship with a woman named Angie from Roseville, California.
So he's the mutated rhino in this story, I'm assuming. Also, Denez was not mentioned in the description box. What is going on? It's like everyone's mutated, apparently. Nobody has a clue.
Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
I'll do that.
Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into
We
it.
already are.
Hello, Social Catfish. My name is Denez Stallworth. I'm currently living in Tallahassee, Florida. Been living in Tallahassee all of my life. I work at a community college. A very nice, outgoing guy. Try to do the right thing. Very church-going.
Listen, let me stop you there.
Stop it. Get some help.
Let me stop you there, Denez. You cannot describe yourself as nice. I feel like people who do that are not nice. Wait for others to say that. Secondly, I love the fact that you're church going. But also, here are 4 women on the screen right now that I'm trying to get down and dirty with.
I feel like I've been catfished. Just need some clarification in the truth. If it's not her, then, I'm willing to leave her alone.
Denez has had a long history with romance scammers. He wants to make sure he gets it right this time.
Listen, can I just say, you want to get it right this time, I commend that. Thank goodness at some point you want to get it right. But I think if you've been scammed once, maybe, be a little bit more cautious, right? Second time, maybe online dating isn't for you. The third time, honestly, get rid of the laptop. Chuck out the computer. Throw your phone away. Do anything.
I started online dating in 2018 on Facebook. There was this girl that contacted me who lived in the Philippines. Her name was Sharia.
Shari and Denez began to speak every day after meeting on Facebook. It was only a matter of time before she asked him for money.
Didn't meet.
Denez wanted to meet her in person, and he was willing to do whatever it took.
When Valentine's Day came, I happened to go to the mall here in my hometown and buy her something for Valentine's Day. And when I sent the gift over to the Philippines, I didn't hear from her anymore.
Goodness.
Now, me and her, we video chatted all day, every day. She was real. It's just the fact, when I sent her the gift for Valentine's Day, I never did hear back from her. I had
Hold on a second. Listen, I know it's a stressful time. Don't try gouge your eyes out here, man. But I'll do the same. Just because someone is on a video call with you, please understand, one, it could be AI, but in this particular situation, I think it's a common story that we see a lot as well, where the woman is real. However, she is just using you for money. Like, she might be in a difficult position financially where she is, and she's just, hook, line, and sinkered you. You've been caught. You've been catfished, but to a lesser degree.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's not real just because you are on a video call with them. Like, we need to get that in the brains, all right?
my passport and everything. I had planned to go see her. And when she did what she did, just cut ties with her.
After conversing with Sherry for about a year, Denez had already sent her over $8,000. Sherry completely disappeared from Denez and never replied after receiving her Valentine's gift.
She got money, innit?
But Denez wasn't finished online dating just yet.
Then I tried tagged. And when I tried tagged, I met this girl by the name of Juliet. Some kind of way I got on YouTube and found out that it wasn't the real her.
We post hundreds of videos of scam news and verifying online lovers for people all over the world. Denez came across an old episode about a man named Donald from Texas.
I mean, I just really hoping and praying that everything is real. She make me feel that everything is real.
Okay, so that's the title of this video. But it's been removed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But Donald and Denez are like connected. They both have the same girlfriend. I just want to point out, how the hell did he find the video where his lover here is doing up... what's the word? Bigamy? I don't even know. She's doing up a madness with Donald. How did he find this video? Like, he even knows...
Help me! Help me!
He even knows of the Catfish team and the videos that they put out, which is concerning because if you're watching them and you're not learning anything, get a grip of yourself. Or he reverse image searched and found the video, but then wouldn't you just reverse image search every one of these women and find... Oh.
Mr. Krabs, I am so confused.
Thing is legit. I mean, even when we get out in a disagreement, it's like, well, maybe I'm overthinking it.
We helped Donald through his romance scam and found the person that his scammer was impersonating.
Oh, we've just
she has her nickname on the necklace, Morris. So she's actually an adult actress. She's very well known on OnlyFans under her name Queen D.
Free promotion.
And she actually does really well for herself on OnlyFans.
Unfortunately, Denez had already sent over $10,000 to Juliet before seeing the episode.
She was calling herself Juliet, but real person is on Instagram and her name is Damaris.
Cover the boobs.
I was lied to for the second time.
He confronted Juliet about not being who she claimed to be and then blocked her. After being let down twice, Denez thought he'd finally met the woman of his life.
So about a year or two ago, I happened to be on Instagram. Angie's picture popped up. Me being the person that I am, I was like, she's mighty fine. She's pretty or whatever. I inboxed her and whatnot. And
what the hell does me being the person that I am mean? Like, you've just kind of outed yourself as a hornball, haven't you? Like, me being the person that I am. I saw a picture. I must message. What is this?
We exchanged our social media accounts and We went to sending pictures to each other.
Nice. Hold on. Nice, hard-working, average guy. What are your descriptions of yourself, man? Come on, Denez. Let's have some level of confidence about yourself here, which you could argue maybe he does, because if he thinks he's able, obviously, to be with these women, he thinks highly of himself deep down. Might I add, I still love the hat, by the way.
Each other, and it was love. It was basically love messages every day. It was awesome. Hey baby, how you doing? You're so sweet to me.
Can I just immediately point out that he learnt the previous woman was a scammer from the catfish videos? Did he actually watch the video then? Because then he would have learned about, hey, reverse image search. At the very least, hey, we have a service that can do this for you. But instead of that, I don't care. I'm chancing it once again.
I love you. I had so many of those messages in my phone, I can't even remember half of those
Ooh,
messages, but I do remember her, saying she loved me, and I was telling her I loved her back. I would call her my sweet angel. She would call me very nice and sweet. I
nice.
did. I did love her. I loved her.
Like, everything is just nice, apparently. You're a nice, hard-working, average guy. She describes you as very nice. Just nice. Everything nice.
Denez was falling for Angeline, and the relationship became more intimate.
Oh my
The person that
goodness.
was in the pictures, tall, beautiful, long brown hair, big breasts, nice hips, nice waist, very attractive.
Pause! I don't understand, man. Like, normally, I hate the victims anyway. I don't know why I started this sentence with normally. Every single time. I hate when the victims start listing off things that are like, we're playing NBA 2K or something. We're creating a character. We're playing Sims. I don't care. No need to tell me she has big bosoms, all right? And you haven't even mentioned anything about her personality there. So I know exactly the type of person that you are, all right?
Young lady. She would send me pictures of her in bikinis and stuff. And it would turn me on, but
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
she would tell me that she's at the beach, or she's on a yacht somewhere, or she was in New York at the beach. It was basically a good thing up until I found out the whole truth.
At this point, Denez had sent $8,000 to Shuri, $10,000 to Juliet, and another $10,000 to his
Fine.
current online lover, Angie.
Sorry. I know he has a job, but surely it's not a crazy high paying job, right? You'll let me know in the comments, please, everyone. So how does he have this much money to be spunking around to multiple women? I don't get it.
This guy has been on a roller coaster with these scammers. Angie and Denez had been communicating for a couple of months now. Denez felt that things were going great.
Bro, she loves you so much, she says good morning, GM. Like, not even bothered to spell it all out. She'd even ask how you slept. It's a mess.
Until they planned to meet each other.
It's like every time I get paid, she knew when I got paid, and she would always
I'm
tell
starving.
me she was hungry,
Oh, God.
and I would feel sorry and go ahead and send her the money. It led up to her wanting to come and see me. I sent her the link of how much the bus ticket would be from Houston to here. She told me to go and get like a Google Play card or a Nike card to put the money on
Not the night
so she
cards.
could get the ticket.
No. Just because she said get a night gift card, it doesn't mean you should just do it, okay? Just take a breath. Take a step back, and I hope everyone knows this. You probably do. Before even wanting to meet up with someone, don't send money, okay? Just don't send money at any point, all right? Even if you meet them in person, there's no need to send 10K. Just please, send it to me, all right? I'll tell you things for free. I'll get on a call with you, all right? But
did send her money twice for a Greyhound bus ticket to come and see me. She sends me a text message after I had heard from her within a couple of
But you gave
days.
her...
My
Wait,
friend was driving me. We was in Mississippi and we
what?
stopped for gas and we got robbed, this, that, and forth. Something kept telling me something ain't right, something ain't right, something ain't right.
Oh, it takes you 10,000 to realize that. Good on you, Denez. Denez, right? Babe, my friend was driving me and we stopped for gas. We were held at gunpoint. They took my bus ticket and all the money you sent me, babe. Listen to me right now, okay? I don't think if you're getting robbed, they're taking your bus ticket. I'm just pointing that out there. I'm not sure what type of criminals we're working with here. Maybe they really want to get on a bus, but I don't think they'll take your bus ticket. Editing H here, also just chiming in to ask this question. Not only did they take the bus ticket, which, fair enough, you got criminals that really love public transport, they're willing to do up prison time for it. But they took all her money that he sent? Why is she just carrying that much money around? I don't get it. You not have a bank account, woman?
Something kept telling me something ain't right, something ain't right, something ain't right.
My
When I
head.
did the reverse image,
No!
I found out that she wasn't the real person that I thought she was.
No, listen. You've answered my question from earlier then. You knew that this service existed, but you thought I'll spend 10k to do it. That's a very crazy, ridiculously expensive reverse image, sir. I feel like I spat all over myself here. You've spat all over your bank account, it seems. You dirty bitch. I'm gonna misuse you. I hate this episode already.
Calm yourself, boy. You are acting hysterical.
You know, I say I hate this episode already. We haven't even got to Jodi yet. So,
Her name is Angelina Verona, but the person that was sending me the pictures of this particular person, I guess her name is Angela Brooks. I mean, I have pictures to send you guys.
Okay, so to sum up everything, Denez thought he was talking to this woman. He ran a reverse image search on our site,
Yeah, after 10K,
socialcatfish.com, and was able to find out who the real person in the photos was.
I don't like how they've inserted... Oh, he ran a reverse image search using our service. Yeah, after 10k.
She was an Instagram model by the name of Angie Verona. She has nothing to do with this at all.
Correct.
Denez confronted the fake profile
Why?
and she confessed that she was lying to him.
I want to say she finally confessed
No.
who she was.
Oh,
And she
here's
sent me
another
her
picture
real
of some random
pictures.
woman.
What
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out is that the real person or not?
Even if this is a real situation, why would you then believe anything this person has to say? I just don't get it.
My relationship with her for right now, it's okay, but
Oh, he
we
just
kind of
believed
still
it.
on bad terms.
We're just going along.
I can't really trust her
Oh,
because of what
Denez.
she did. If this is her for real, I
will tell you something, Denez, okay? I get the feeling that even besides all this scamfish help you're getting, I think potentially you need some sort of counseling to help you understand that you shouldn't be so fixated on jumping in and out of so many online relationships, especially when they're solely based on looks. I'm just saying.
reached out to Social Catfish because I want to know if this is the real person that I'm talking to.
even
If it's
blurry
not,
here,
I
guys.
want to go on ahead and move on with my life.
Denez's story is an example of a person who has been put on a scammer list.
Okay, yeah, correct. I just want to rewind a bit. And I'm not sure if this is really relevant to the video, but maybe because we're talking about catfishing here, right? This image of this woman. Now, don't get me wrong. You can use filters if you want, etc., etc. However, if you're on dating websites, I've noticed victims, they use pictures of themselves either from long ago or they're using heavy filters. And this picture in particular is an example of that. Now, I'm not sure if this woman is online dating or anything, but if you are online dating yourself and you come across a profile with filtered pictures, every single one of them, just, approach with caution even then, scammer or not. I'd like to see the real you, you know?
Denez's story is an example of a person who has been put on a scammer list,
Yeah.
also known as the sucker list.
Oh, goodness.
What you may not know is when you fall for a scam and send money, you get added to a scammer's database of victims.
Yes.
You will get scammers coming out of the woodwork trying different angles to take advantage of you. Once a scammer has confirmation that you are willing to send money online, your information either gets sold or the scammer will just make several different fake profiles until you have fallen for the right one. Donald from Texas is a perfect example. While we were digging into all of Denez's information, we received a text from Donald. He wanted us to assist him in getting Linda to the United States. We were shocked because we had already proved that Linda was a scammer in a previous episode. Let's hear what Donald has to say. Well, I got your text message. You were saying that you wanted to try to figure out how to get Linda to the United States.
After we talked, I showed her the video. I explained the video to her. I explained the situation. And I'm like, if you needed money, you should have just told me that. Then she went into detail that it wasn't that she was planning on doing that. And her grandmother got sick and she took the money and used it for that. Then I'm like, if you can't be real with me, ain't no sense in us talking, because you got me believing this person, this picture is you, and it's not you. I can prove it's not you.
So what does she look like?
She's black, she's short, small figured. We video chatted a couple of times.
Hey Donald. So yeah, this is where I stay. I stay here.
Can't see anything, mate. Okay, anything else? Are you gonna speak, or we're just doing up thirst trap times 1,000 here?
Does she look completely different from the girl you thought you were talking to?
Yes. When she started explaining her situation, I mean, most of them does have that same situation, as don't have anything, living in a bad atmosphere or lifestyle or whatever. And then when she started showing me, sending me pictures and stuff of like how she really lived and not the glamorous life, it was more like, okay, well, this is more down to earth type of person.
How old is the mother to your son?
Yeah, she's 30, and the one before that, she's probably 35. I've never dated a woman I've dated one close to my age, but then we never connected because either they already was set in their mind, and I didn't want to do what they wanted to do, and I like to be me.
Does she look like these types of chicks, like BBL,
Yep.
Instagram model,
No, not really.
Cancun, Miami?
Oh my god, this episode is getting worse and worse. We haven't even reached Jodi yet, once again, as I've said. So this guy thinks he's some kind of Hugh Hefner style Playboy mansion owner. Look at me, I'm this age, but I really love the younger women. I don't like this type of person. You guys know my stance on significant age gap relationships. He clearly said himself, I had a relationship my age before. I couldn't be me. What does that mean? You couldn't boink around with much younger individuals. You sick man. And a man is loose here.
She's pretty. She's beautiful. She don't have that shape, but hey, the pictures that I seen of Linda now, she's above Linda.
Okay.
She has a beautiful face, and she looks, but now she done got a little bigger.
And how old are you, Donald?
61.
I'm sorry, I can't handle this.
Okay. I'm going to look at your Instagram messages. I'm going to try to weave out who's a fake and who's real, and I'll get back to you, okay?
All right.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
All right, later.
Donald and Denez have a lot in common.
Yes.
They've both been through several scams. Their inboxes are filled with scammers, and they just can't seem to find a real person online.
No. All right. Forget all that shit. The thing that they most have in common is that they're just extremely, extremely horny. and they're thinking with the wrong brain.
The reason is the scammers are flooding all their accounts with fake women. We believe that both of these men are on the scammer list. After looking through Donald's DMs, we found that 95% of the women that wrote him on Instagram were all scammers.
Sorry, but for the sake of this video, I just have to read these conversations. Do you know what I mean? Terra Salive. That's a unique name. Everything Queen Doll. OnlyFans _ everything's Queen Doll. Hey, how are you? I'm good. What about you? I'm doing so good. Or I'm doing good. So where are you from? Sounds cool. I'm from Buckhead, Georgia, I guess. What about you? What a great conversation. Whose phone is on 6%? They need to charge it. Cool. Love. Heart. Your haircut, though, it makes you look more handsome. Thank you very much. And how are you? I'm cool. Really love that chainsaw you post. Is it still 120 bucks? Yeah, it's still available for 120. What's going on there exactly? Is that love? Can you class your relationship watching this as a real relationship if you don't talk about chainsaws? Next one, for the love of God, please move swiftly. Laptop. Hello, handsome. Sorry, she just got her breasticles all out. Am I seeing that correctly? Hello, beautiful. How are you? Where are you from? I'm good. Where are you from? I am from Texas. Where are you from? Same. What part? The scammer, I don't even think they knew any part of America. That's why they waited until Donald said where he was from to say same.
All scammers.
Oh.
So we looked into everything, all three of the women. So we did a little bit of clicking around on Shari's profile.
And actually what we found in this is that the profile was inactive and she kept a photoshopped image of you and her together. Now this is a huge red flag that we see with many scammers online. They bring you into their lives, into their social media accounts, and then once the scam is over, they let that social media account go.
And most of her friends we saw were from Nigeria. Although not all scams come from Nigeria, it's just a huge red flag for a woman in the Philippines to have a bunch of friends in Nigeria, and also this ties back to a romance scam.
We don't believe Shari has anything to do with the woman in the photos, and unfortunately this was a fake profile. If you were in contact with someone and you were calling and or video chatting, more than likely they were hired as part of a larger scam organization to take advantage of you and unfortunately dupe you using a fake account.
In other words, this was somebody else portraying her or something like that?
It could be they had someone that looked very similar to the woman in the photos, and they used her as bait to get you to send money and to believe that she was real. Or all of the video chats were created and premeditated, basically.
That wasn't her?
Because of how inactive this account is, because of the connections to Nigeria, and because it is very common for scammers to contact people, finish a scam so that they don't get in too much trouble and let go of social media accounts, we believe that Sharia was another romance scammer.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever video chatted Angie?
I have not.
When you chat with Angie, what are your conversations about the future like?
She really wants to be here. She's tired of being in California. You know, she wants to make a family with me. She's in love with me. Just all, sorts of things. And then, it's like...
Listen, there is no way in hell that someone wants to start a family with anyone who they've never even met. Just pointing out there. I don't think this guy particularly will understand or learn from this experience, as we've seen back to back to back. I'm just pointing that out as well.
She's telling me I have trust issues. It's like 1 minute, I'll tell her that I love her, and then, the next minute someone just pop up in my head telling me, I can't trust you because of what you did in the past, and then she's telling me I need to let go of the past.
I'm so sorry to say this, but we found that Angie was also another fake profile.
Obviously, we know that, but this wouldn't be a H commentary if I didn't start dropping some 2 cents of advice quote unquote. If you're with a partner and you have trauma from a previous relationship, I think in this particular case, if your partner says to you, you need to let go of the past, you need to let go of the past. Now, undoubtedly, that previous experience, whether you've been hurt or it's been traumatic in one way or another, yes, it's going to mold how you think about things in the future, but don't let it dictate your own actions. Especially, it's unfair for this new person in your life because they didn't cause the trauma and they don't deserve you to essentially shit on the relationship because of a previous relationship. Which is why I always say, if you're fighting demons and your demons are winning, please do not get into a relationship. It's selfish of you. Do not burden the new partner. Harsh or not, sort yourself out first, okay? Get a grip. Editing H here, just watching that bit back about the past mistakes and relationships, I got to thinking, there's obviously different scenarios we could be talking about in relationships regarding mistakes. If you are in an argument with your partner, perhaps, and you are consistently bringing up past mistakes that you have both obviously experienced in your current relationship, I don't necessarily think that's fair on the other person, especially if they've learnt from that mistake and they've not done it again, perhaps. So if you bring up old stuff when it's like a new argument, let me know in the comments. I feel like that's a bit unfair on, both, vice versa. It's unfair on you if they are accusing you or if they are arguing with you about past mistakes, and it's unfair on them if you are doing that to them. But also, there are some mistakes that you just cannot excuse, okay? A lot of people in the past have crucified me for my stance on cheaters and how you should, accept their apology and whatnot. I don't give a shit, all right? Maybe you did. Good on you. I will never, and I don't recommend anyone forgive a cheater. Obviously, if the circumstances are maybe you both have children and it's not exactly an easy, quote-unquote, relationship to leave, please seek professional support. But if you are able to just up and leave someone for cheating, do it. Certain mistakes can't be excused. I feel like I had to address both points because it came to my head whilst editing. Back to the video.
We were able to locate her to Nigeria using our gift card location tracker. We weren't able to find the real person in the photos, but after running searches, we saw her photos replicated across the whole web. I mean, there were so many different names using this same photo.
Wow. I knew it.
Oh,
I knew it from the get-go.
Yeah, all right, man. Did you?
After we went over the emails and phone numbers that you shared with us.
After I've been over this entire video, you knew all along, but hey, I'm going to send 10,000 and ask the Catfish team for help because I know all along. Get a grip of your damn self. Helen's spirit is doing way too much damage to a lot of these victims, okay? Just take accountability. There's, by the way, like 7 minutes left of this video. Where is Jodi coming into this? I'm so confused.
They actually both came back with newly made profiles and a VoIP phone number. So it's quite obvious that these profiles and phone numbers were made recently to scam you out of money.
Wow.
Oh, but you knew, right? Oh, goodness. Hello?
No.
Wait, did he reply to me or?
Thank you guys so much for that.
What keeps you in these types of relationships?
What
I mean,
do
you're
you
not
think?
a bad-looking guy, right? For one, you're young, you're charismatic, you're probably fun to be around. Why settle for a relationship that's just based online and through text message?
Because I feel insecure.
Fair.
It's one of my main reasons. Different situations I've been through in the past. I don't feel confident enough that I maybe look good or something like that.
Well, earlier on when I said I feel like he needs counseling, I think he's pretty much answered why he should actually consider counseling. Because if your insecurities are at a point where they are harming you mentally, physically, I mean, financially even, I think you do need to consider it.
So that's why I settle for the online relationships.
Why they say
That's one of the main reasons why I believe in these women thinking they're real and they're not. So
it's just hella expensive, man.
after y'all just reveal what y'all reveal to me, this is it.
I hope so.
Not getting into no more online relationships. It's just best for me to be single for the rest of my life.
After breaking the news to Denez, we knew we had to cheer him up.
Dare I say there's nothing wrong with that. Like, of course, I think we can all agree that having someone with you and sharing your life with them, building something together, it is a nice thing. But unfortunately, sometimes in life, you just never meet the right person, or you yourself just don't want to be with someone. And that's perfectly fine, as long as you're happy, as long as you within yourself are content and you're living life, you're not sitting there dwelling in your sadness, I guess. It's perfectly fine. I think too many people attribute happiness to relationships. It doesn't work like that.
So we reached out to Damaris.
What?
She's the woman in the photos both scammers used to dupe Denez and Donald.
What are we doing
We snooped around on Damaris' social media.
That's creepy.
And we saw Denez had actually become a fan of Damaris after he learned that he was scammed by someone posing as her.
What?
So like I said, she will be joining us today in just a moment.
No.
Can you guys give me 1 second? I need to do something in my living room area. Hold on 1 second.
What?
Okay.
If he comes back with like the hat that looks like, you know, I'm about to visit the swankiest bar in my life. If he comes back, then he's trying to impress her. I don't agree with this. I know this is an older video, but please keep the people whose pictures have been stolen away from the victims. Because what do you mean he's now a fan of her? I guess, you know, OnlyFans, but there's nothing he had to do in the living room. All right.
Denez was so excited. He was so nervous to talk to Damaris that he didn't even want to come on camera and talk to her.
I'm very nervous. Oh my God. Y'all, please forgive me. I'm getting ready to break myself on camera. Give me 1 minute.
What?
Denez finally found the confidence to come on camera. Him and Damaris got to chat for an hour, and he got a lot of stuff off of his chest.
Bro, he went to go get his phone so that he has a clearer and more stable connection to talk to her. This is what I mean by the creepy, stalkerish behavior we get when you introduce the victims to the people whose pictures have been stolen. Stop it. But also, look, I'm sorry to whoever her name is, right? But does it seem like she sat with her legs akimbo here? I'm a bit confused.
I work in the club too, so I feel like if you're looking for like a specific girl, you could just go to the club and you meet someone there, and then you know the interaction is real and it's authentic. I don't really recommend online dating that much. I
don't recommend whatever she just said. She's basically saying you like the look of one type of girl or you have a preference. Go to the club and go on, get her. No!
More because there are a lot of catfishers. It's crazy because I've had fake pages since I was probably like 15 years old because of my Facebook. And
who are these creepy
so many
scammers,
fake
man?
pages of me right now that I can't control it. I don't know how many there are, where they're coming from. Every time I see them under my page, because sometimes fake pages of me would follow me, and that's like the dumbest thing ever.
Facts, by the way, but scammers are pieces of shits, we know this, right? If you're stealing a 15-year-old's pictures, now you've also stepped into Sledditor territory. I hope bad things happen to you, okay?
So then I cache them under my user thing, and then I block them and report them. But Instagram doesn't always delete the fake page right away. So just to keep your guard up, just try not being people
What is he doing?
online. And if you're a little shy and like socially awkward, you could just try going to a club, having a drink, meeting a girl by the bar. Like try to interact more in person versus than online,
yeah, I
because
agree with
these
that.
online relationships are starting to get really fraud. I
Bro.
don't even understand how girls could get away with it for so many months.
We are happy to say that Denez is now feeling better about dating. He has moved completely away from meeting women online and plans to date in person.
Bro, what's this? Hey, sweetheart, I just want to thank you for coming on Skype this evening with Social Catfish. You're a blessing and so sweet. Take care. Be blessed. There's about 11 hearts there. I give myself away to you, Lord, so you can use me. This is creepy. I'm sorry. But I don't agree with, like, the hey, sweetheart. You don't know her, okay? If you took away the sweetheart, maybe I could be on board with this message, but
We will keep you guys updated.
it's 3 minutes.
We have been circling back to help a lot of past victims who just cannot leave their romance
Where's
scammer
Jodi?
alone. You probably remember Jodi from one of our past episodes.
No.
She's been dating a man online for about 8 years, and after we revealed to her the truth, she is still convinced he is real. Be on the lookout for that episode.
Also,
somewhat.
And what do you want to happen?
I want to meet him.
So it's been almost a decade that you guys have been talking, and have you ever video chatted with him one time?
No, he tried one time way back in, about 15 when we met to video chat, but I had no clue how to do it or what to do or if my computer could do it.
Donald plans to start a life with his scammer, Linda.
hold on a second there, all right? Now, don't get me wrong. I understand YouTube, but you said in the beginning of this video that we're going to look at victims and talk about them, and you included Jodi. This is not what you promised, I guess. So what's going on there? Technically, I have been catfished by the intro of this video.
He's planning a way to get her to the United States so they can be together. As you can see, it's very tough for these victims to get past their online scammer. We're working hard to come up with solutions, but we need your help. Comment down below how you think we can help these victims. I thought it was very interesting how Daniel, another victim we helped, compared his online relationship to a drug addiction.
I considered it and took at it as, okay, you need to look at this from an addiction standpoint, because if you think about it, the way people are doing this kind of stuff to you, you are used to helping people. You're used to people when they ask for your help, to being there for people because you've done that all your life. You're used to prioritizing other people's needs over your own.
So we wonder why someone like Denez or Donald continually fall for these scams. It actually comes down to psychological principles. So these scammers are using psychological principles to manipulate people like you or anybody else that they talk to. And it's the same reason we see these psychological principles in our day-to-day lives. Things like going into a car dealership and seeing the high number before you commit to the lower number. The same reason your friends invite you to those candle scentsy parties to buy something. It's the same reason you go into a casino and they offer you all these cool perks for signing up for their membership. For somebody to be scammed, they just have to start talking to the scammer. These scams happen over time, and these scammers are using psychological principles to make you feel like you're part of their family, to get the small commitment, the small money that you give them up front, to get more money later down the road, and use these other psychological principles to scam you out of your hard-earned money.
Let's be honest here. Can we add horniness to that list? Because a lot of these images that the scammers use are very risque, right? Let's not beat around the bush here.
Thanks for watching another episode of
What the hell was
Scamfish,
this
everyone.
video, man?
Remember, new videos go out every Wednesday. If you or anyone else you know might be going through a scam,
No, I don't understand the point of this video. You kind of promised me Jodi in the beginning. Dare I say, actually, I'm glad you didn't, because I wasn't ready for watching Jodi anyway. So I'm going to go look at the tantalizing talk section. I don't even think we learned anything about Donald, really. And it's not like I can, because the video is gone. So, Denez, you need counseling, man. You need someone to be able to figure out why you're insecure. And maybe then you could not be horny. I'll be back. Tantalizing talk. Let's get into it. I love how the scammers know that to trick women to fall in love with you, you create a fake decorated soldier, doctor, make them in their 50s, with pics of them traveling and with pets, to trick men into falling in love, be 20 years old with a hot ass. The end. You're wrong. How about that? I'm not sure what type of videos were going out 2 years ago, but it's very much become a recurring theme that even victims who are women go or have fallen victim to scams where the scammer uses a picture of a guy much younger who most of the time, sure, they're in the military of some kind or they're an engineer of some kind, but they're not in their 50s a lot of the time. So again, I don't know what was going on back in the 2 year ago time frame of this video. What the hell? But I just wanted to point out, which I'm sure a lot of you already know, but women also fall victim to the much younger individual scam. Next up, and it's a very good point, and I did not let it fly over my head, and I hope nobody else did either. So Donald likes younger women because they're easier to mold into who he wants them to be. Got it. Definitely don't feel bad for him getting scammed. Now, I think he said something along the lines of, I can be me, as to why his relationship with a woman around the similar age didn't work. What do you mean by that? You could be you. So basically, you tried to tell her what not to do or what to do or something along those lines. She wasn't having any of it, and you thought, F this ain't for me, I'm not allowed to do what I want. Grow up, okay? This type of person, I hate them as I mentioned, but they also never grow up, right? You still think you're stuck in your teenage years, your early 20s or something, and you think, and you think you deserve, actually, much younger women to be with you. And you got your arm candy, you tell your friends, look at me, I'm the top dog in this bitch. F yourself, okay? With all non-due respect, F yourself. Now, my feelings, of course, once again, on significant age gap relationships are that I find them creepy, okay? That's just my thinking on it. But if there's anything I can tell anyone potentially who's watching this, who is in relationships like that, I guess, please understand why you're in that relationship. I want you to sit down and think if you truly love this person. If you do, all power to you both. But if you know that you're just in it for the money and the other person doesn't know this, just tell them. So I don't know. Who were the women with Donald anyway in the pictures who had their faces blurred? I'm assuming they are on board with this. Oh, just moving on, because I'm getting pissed off. Now, this next comment from Christina raises a good point. Those men are creeps. They deserve to be scammed. There are good men around, but those are creeps. And then someone replied to this saying, the first one seemed to have anxiety issues. Now, I got that from him speaking anyway, right? I got the feeling that he did have insecurities. It's why I suggested seeking counseling in the first place. However, can we not sort of weaponize anxiety here as a means of, there's nothing wrong, he's just got anxiety. Au contraire, okay, I've got anxiety. I've got bad anxiety. My head spins around creating scenarios that just don't exist. I walk around a lot when I get anxious until my knees stop hurting, and then I have to go to bed and sleep. Or just sit down, I'm tired, I can't walk anymore. I've got anxiety. We can't use anxiety as an excuse for people's shitty behavior. So hopefully that makes some sort of sense. Whilst I understand, okay, he's insecure, etc., etc., it's still creepy behavior. I'm just, you know, let's protect people, please, and not just, again, weaponize anxiety. Next up, this is a good point, and when I said, I don't know her name, but when she was giving advice about going out in person and stuff, I agreed with her going out in person. However, go to clubs is bad advice, actually. You're better off trying to meet people through mutual hobbies or other friends. Clubs are another way to, or a great way to waste time and get finessed. Have fun at clubs, sure, but don't expect to find a girlfriend. Now this opens up a can of worms in my own mind, so forgive me if I'm going to start rambling on. However, that's what the tantalizing talk section is for. I've never been to a club, nor do I want to. Now, I've been to a restaurant that has like a club-like section. I guess you could call it like a bar. So I don't know if that really is a club, but I was there as an after-work thing. So I wasn't there trying to meet people and, hey baby, dance with me. Hey, do you want to go out with me now? None of that type vibes. However, I will say, from my knowledge of clubs, from friends, etc., people who go to the clubs are either going to have fun, they're just going there to vibe, right? Or there are a lot of people who go to clubs, very sledatory behavior, to pick someone up so that they can have a one-night stand and something like that. But please, if you are going to a club, obviously be aware of things like that. But there's also people who get you to buy them drinks and literally want nothing to do with you. And once again, as this person says, you've been finessed. Denez strikes me as the type of person who would buy a woman in a club a drink, thinking now he's entitled to her or something, and then get upset and all sorts of things and start being stalkerish, which he did by messaging that woman after on Instagram, hey, sweetheart. Yes, it's creepy. Listen, don't, once again, back to the anxiety comment, it's still creepy. So I do also agree, going to clubs, the gist of this is that I also think going to clubs for the purpose of trying to be in a relationship with someone is a bad idea. Mutual hobbies, at least you know. Look, you both like the same thing. There's common ground there. In the club, you're meeting all types of people. Most of, I guess you could say, right, devil's advocate, anyone who in the club, most likely anyway, in certain scenarios, are there because they like the music, they like dancing. But again, let me know in the comments. I'm waffling a lot here for someone who doesn't really go to clubs. I'm just going off of what people have told me and experiences. So let me know, in the club, is it dangerous or not? Can you actually meet someone, you hit it off and you build a relationship? I don't doubt it can happen. However, especially nowadays, where the dating game is like a jungle, I don't know. So let me know in the comments. This next comment by Susan is actually a very good suggestion, and I don't think in this day and age they've done that. This is why you need to either get a therapist on staff or find some therapists who do online consultations that you can refer the victims to. They need professional psychological help. Now, I know there are stories where they do offer therapy services to the victim, but I think it would be a good idea to get an actual therapist on the books in terms of staffing. But that could be just me. Let me know your thoughts. I think it's a good idea, but maybe that's expensive. Maybe it is just cheaper to provide someone with resources, but maybe there's a level to take the company to by having an in-house therapist. That's my thoughts on it. However, I've just thought of this before moving on to the next comment, that how many of these victims would actually take on board wanting a therapist? Like, to my experience, telling someone that they need to see a therapist or you think they need to see a therapist is usually met with backlash and sort of, why, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong with me. So I'd love to know your thoughts. How many of these victims actually would respond well to a therapist suggestion? Next up, this person's name is Feed Me a Stray Cat. No, keep any cats away from this person. Where the hell is Denez going? Laughing my ass off. Where was he going? Like, I understand maybe if he went to get the phone, obviously, to have better connection, a more stable video. Where was he going? He just left the house and started walking. We couldn't even see his face. He went under, like, the shade of trees or something. What's going on? Are you trying to look busy here? Like, yeah, sweetheart. Look, I'm such a busy guy. I don't understand. I'm so confused. Editing H here. Now, my anxiety takes form, as I mentioned, in me walking around. When something is going down, I'm thinking about something, I walk, like, everywhere, right? So would that be the same thing as what Denez was doing? Like, he's got, like, riled up so bad by this situation of speaking with this woman that he just up and left the house? Maybe that's what I'm gonna assume. So, let me know your thoughts. And lastly, a comment by Diane, who very simply says, how can you help? Tell them the truth. That person would not be interested in you. And dare I say, you can't actually do this, because a lot of people in the comments, in the commentaries, have mentioned that a lot of these victims, I don't think would respond well to non-coddling behavior. And whilst I understand this is a business after all, and look, how many people are going to come to you if they know that you're going to sort of be harsh with them, which is harsh but true. But I guess in their world, everything you say is like criminal behavior. You can't tell me this. You can't tell me I've been foolish. Meh, meh, meh. Anyway, I get it. You can't really do that in terms of business. However, I don't know if it's harsh to tell someone. Maybe it is, but I don't care. That's the difference. I don't care if I am coming across harsh, because people need to hear it. You yourself look in the mirror. I don't think you're in the league of this person that you're claiming to be in a relationship with. Will the Catfish team ever do something like that? I don't know. Have they done that? Let me know in the comments. But that's how I think they can help. And I agree with Diane. Tell the truth. But I can see why they sort of skirt around it. Let me know your thoughts. My lips are hella chapped right now. So I am sorry how it looks on camera. I'm gonna now go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. My final thoughts are, I think Denez potentially could be scammed even after this video. I'd love to know what's happened to him since. Donald, as you can see, I don't really care, to be honest. And Denez as well, I don't really care, because you've put yourself in a position where you've learnt about scams by watching the videos. You know of reverse image search, but you decide, after 10k, then I'll do it. You've done it yourself then. You haven't even been scammed. You've done it yourself. And again, Donald is just creepy, dialed up to 1,000,000. Jodi was in there for no reason, to be honest. I learnt nothing. Bye. Bye. My lips, if you splash some water from the Sea of Delusion, you could argue, what am I on about?